Are back, dude. We survived another week against all odds. We've made it to this point. Man, we'll talk about it, but I'm still on suspension vacation. We'll get into that too. But man, it has been a long week. It has been a long week. Very long week, but I'm glad to be here. Glad I can come talk to some people, have a little chats, and just feel better, man. Because this is therapy for me. This is our therapy. It's what we want it to be. It's what we're striving to be. I mean, and it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and it's hard pressed for me to go further into the show because I have such a beautiful, sensual, sexy co-host backstage, just waiting, just pining to be out here. So we got to bring him out. So we got to bring up my co-host, Mr. Stone Cold Steve.
I'm blushing.
I tried. I wanted that. Because people need to. Exactly. It's boner patrol around here.
Yep.
But knowing the weeks that we had, we're just gonna do this a little differently. Steve, we got to get into the beverage. What are we doing?
We got a cool one tonight. So this one is out of New York. It's called Widow Jane. What they do is they take the bourbon, they pour it in a maple syrup barrel and let it sit in there for a while. So pretty good one tonight. Yeah. So bourbon finished in a maple syrup barrel. That's pretty cool, right? Man. And Dr. Pepper.
With that, I got my vodka.
Yep.
We're rolling. I need it. Kind of just keep the sanity, man.
Tuesday booze day.
It really is, because, we got the Broadcast Bar. We got the Broadcast Bar here, It's what we do. But, man, how was your week?
Man, it's been crazy. Started the new job, and they just threw me to the fire, man. It's not like easing into it. It's just balls to the wall, let's go. But, man, I wish I could be sitting at home, but
you don't.
Yeah,
see, that's a good thing, that they can rely on you and they can trust you to to go balls to the wall, and they don't have to worry about it. You know, that's a good thing.
What would I do with 707 million? Cuddles, I would sit on my butt. Oh, that's right. He's playing the Mega Millions or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I win the lottery and it's 707 million, everybody I know in my little group is gonna get taken care of, because we all deserve it.
Yep.
You ain't gonna take it with you when you die.
Right.
So no hearses ever fall to U-Haul. So that's what we do.
What's up, Richard?
What up, Richard? But you know, man, just it's good and it's not good just being on the suspension.
Yeah.
Like, it's peaceful, it's restful. I haven't been stressed. Like, my anxiety's been crazy low, everything like that. But at the same time, it's been long enough to know when they're jerking you around.
Yeah. They're like waiting for you to quit. Like they're trying to break you. Yeah. Because
I think they know that I have enough of a lawsuit to them not wanting to fire me. So if they could try to break me down, but unfortunately, when you're poor, you don't have a lot to lose, anyways.
Yeah.
So if you want to roll with that, we can play that game too, because I could be your Huckleberry with that.
I can make that, please. I can make a hell of a ramen noodle dish, man. So
you want pictures of insects running around your building, whatever you want. You let me know how dark you want to go, and I have pictures. Because one thing Mama didn't do was Mama didn't make an idiot, and I keep every single picture I've ever taken. So they want to play that game, we can play that game too. Is what it is. I'm still trying to map out like a path, you know, and again, granted, it's only been a couple of weeks, but yeah, the path is, because I got some buddies that are like, oh, come to Texas. I got some buddies that are like, hey, come to Oregon. I got some, you know, and it's just like, I have no idea. I think I'm gonna pay a couple.
In today's society, like, especially in California, like if push comes to shove, I feel like you can just DoorDash or Uber or something like that your way just to like make ends meet and get by. You know, like it's different than losing your job 20 years ago. I feel like you can scrape by with one of those, especially in a busy city or state like California, until you get back on your feet.
Yes and no. Like where I live in the central. So in my town, I looked it up. In my town, the average price of a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,900.
True.
So that's off the cuff. You figure $1,900 car payment. If you have a car payment, car insurance, phone, toiletries, insurance, kids.
Yeah.
You've already cracked, you know, $4,000 a month, where DoorDash isn't going to cover it. You know, you see these guys. I watch these guys on YouTube that they wake up at 3 a.m. and they DoorDash, they Walmart Express, DoorDash, Walmart all day long for like 17 hours a day. And when you map out how much they're making an hour, it's like $20,
yeah,
$21 plus, but plus the wear and tear on the car.
Yeah,
because he's driving. One guy drives like, he'll do Amazon Flex, and he'll drive like 50 miles out from the center, as that's his first delivery. Mm. So you mean he's going 200-300 miles right there on his car, and so it's like. And it's a whole lot of nothing, because it's, I don't know, I don't want to sound bitter or anything like that, but man, I paid my dues, man. 24 years, man. That's a healthy workload. And I can go back to another warehouse, but again, does the body want to do that anymore? We're getting old, bro. You know, Things don't heal the way they used to. You don't bounce the way you used to for certain.
No.
That's one of the weird things is, man, you remember when you were younger, man, you'd be going down the steps and you jump off the third step, fourth step. But then there's that day you realize that you can't trust your knees the way you used to.
Yeah.
You can't trust your ankles the way they used to.
Like, how did we... Let me reach over here real quick. How did we not break every bone in our body playing with these things? Now, if I tried it, oh my gosh, I'd be on the floor for a week.
When I was little, we had our apartment complex. The garages were separate. There's like a row of garages in the front of the complex and a row of garages in the back. In the front of the complex, the row of garages had an adjacent dumpster. So you can climb from the gate to the dumpster to the roof. And so when it gets filled up with cardboard boxes and stuff like that, we'd be giving each other suplexes off the roof into the dumpster.
Gosh.
And just crazy stuff like that. And now I'm like, I see that second step. I'm like, I'm not going to attempt it.
Yeah. Now I look at it and I think, man, if I'm 6 inches off, I'm on disability.
You ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying. But you know, so that's the conundrum I'm going through still right now. That'll one way or another it'll map itself out.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird to say, but just like enjoy the time off, enjoy the break of the mental health. It's still in the back of your mind, so it's like not a full break, you know, but
well, I'm lucky. I'm very frugal with taking vacation time. So like if I go back to work, I'm just going to cash out my vacation and I'll be breaking even on what they're trying to screw me over with. Yeah. Sucks I got no more vacation for the year, but at least I'm broken even on that aspect of it. If they cash me out, then I get my vacation and my vacation that I've accrued up to this point and everything else. So like I said, and then luckily I got the support of my sisters. My sisters are being very supportive in this thing, and you know, I'm not because they know I'm 45 years old. I've never once asked for anything. I'm not that guy, you know.
Yeah,
I have a couple of good friends out here. You know, you guys know who you are, you know, and you guys constantly. And I'm just, unless I'm homeless, bro, I'm not asking for nothing, man. You know, it's.
I mean, when I was in college, I was couch hopping and sleeping on couches and stuff before I was, you know, getting my first paychecks and stuff. So I've been there. So.
Yeah, and that's why the full reset just doesn't. I guess it doesn't scare me anymore because I've lost everything, so it's not like I'm losing anymore. So, but we'll do it like a soldier.
Kev's got an extra bedroom, probably.
Kev's gonna find me sleeping under one of his tractors one day.
Out there with the kids.
One of his poor workers. One of his poor workers is gonna be coming in his house and be like, "Hey, Mr. Kev, there's a large Mexican under one of your tractors." Kev runs out full SWAT tactical uniform. You know, speaking of full uniform. And everything you see on the internet these days, I'm a TikToker. I love TikTok, man. I can scroll me some TikTok. But one thing is just out of hand now is AI, bro.
Yeah.
This artificial intelligence, man, and it's trickled out to. I was watching this girl FaceTime. Like, and it's a FaceTime. Like, live. And she looked beautiful. But then she like ducked and zipped and she zagged when the filter zipped. And she looked like a 45-year-old heroin addict. And I'm saying, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
Do you think it's going to get worse? Or what's your thoughts on AI in general?
I mean, it's going to get worse. Like the craziest thing to me that I've seen, I have a X or a Twitter for stock news and stuff. Like, that's another kind of side note. Like all the stock information and stuff. Like you can program some of these AI things to even make you money, like do all these trades and stuff for you. But the thing I was getting to was like, there was like a news Twitter or something that was covering like some of these dudes are making these AI women and making like OnlyFans profiles, making like tens and twenties of thousands of dollars, and the women aren't even like real, which boggles my mind.
This movie was a few years ago. I don't know if you happen to catch it. I think it was called Her. Joaquin Phoenix.
I feel like I've heard of that.
So basically, he fell in love and had a relationship with his computer. And let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, it was called Her. It came out in 2013. Where he's a lonely writer who falls in love with an advanced female voice artificial intelligence operating system named Samantha, voiced by Scarlett Johansson. And I guess there's been like hints of it for a while, because you remember Demolition Man?
Yeah.
And then Coneheads kind of was the same way. They put the little ring on the cone. And
yeah.
But it's so hard to believe anything these days anymore.
Yeah, like it's getting so good, you literally don't know. Like they're gonna start. Somebody made a whole movie, I think, just given something prompts and made a whole action movie with. I don't remember who they made the stars, but they definitely weren't in it. And somebody made a whole action movie.
See, and that's the thing. Again, AI's, yes, agreed, Richard. But with what Mark said, can AI kill us? I don't know how true the story was, again, because it's so hard to believe what's out there. But the story I heard was after ChatGPT launched and it was getting real big, or it was one of the AIs, I can't remember which one it was. But the AI figured out it was going to get an update, which thought it means it was going to be eliminated. So the AI took it upon itself to back itself up. That's some like scary stuff right there. Like,
supposedly there's like a Reddit thread where you can only join it if you are AI. And they all communicate with each other, and they all do this and that, but they're all AI profiles. So,
what?
It definitely needs to be regulated by the government. Like, but then again,
I don't trust the government to regulate that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you give government control of something.
That was the movie. Do you remember the movie in the 80s, War Games?
I mean, I was even thinking of the movie AI with Will Smith.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's like robots, and they like have a war, and it's pretty good too.
So, but with War Games, the Whopper was an AI computer that was installed games to learn strategy. So it was installed like chess and things like that too. And then it figured out like, well, you guys are not doing this right.
Total Recall.
Oh, you haven't seen Total Recall?
I don't think so. I don't know.
We'll go back to Total Recall later, because there's something in there that I'm surprised is in a fashion trend by now. But with the Whopper, so the AI decided like, yo, you guys aren't doing this for your own benefit. I'm going to take over because you guys are dumb. And it's trying to like blow up the world. And you got to wonder where it ends. Like, because if AI is what it says it is, AI is always going to evolve and learn.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder, like, if it can transition into some sort of robot or entity, or your fridge or your microwave, or if it's stuck in a computer, or I don't know.
But my favorite character, Iron Man. How long before we all have our own Jarvis?
We gotta hit the lottery to do that.
But is it really that far fetched? I can go on AI on ChatGTP right now and make Kevin a female in 22 seconds.
Yep.
Wouldn't you, for $100 a month, have Tony Stark's glasses? I gotta watch Marvel tonight. I need some Marvel in my life. Tony Stark's glasses in Spider-Man, when he gives the glasses to Spider-Man. I don't know if you've seen it. So he has these AI glasses. And, he can control everything. He's talking to his AI. He can launch missiles. He can do the whole bit. So, like, what's that worth? Would you pay $199 a year for a set of glasses where you can just be like, hey, Jarvis, have milk and blah, blah, blah wait at my house by the time I get home?
I mean, absolutely.
I feel like we're close to that point.
I mean, even practical, like, I sprayed weed killer on my lawn because my neighbors are finicky about their lawn and they look perfect. So I'm like, oh crap, I'm only 39, but it's time to act like I'm 59 with my lawn. And like the weed killer I sprayed didn't work. I mean, those glasses, you could look at it and be like, hey, glasses, what would kill these weeds right now? And it'd tell you. And it could see through your eyes or the glasses and do it.
I think it's even scarier than that, because you're talking about weeds, right? And I watched this documentary coincidentally the other day, where you remember driving down the highway in the middle of nowhere and you see the crop dusters with their planes and they're Now there's companies that just use drones. They have a sprinkler system attached to the drone. They map out the field and just release it. So you can be like, hey, literally, hey, weed killer company, send a drone to my house to spray the weeds. While you're literally like cracking somebody's back.
I mean, there's talks lately, like Elon Musk has been talking about, like, in 4 to 6 years, AI is going to take over so many jobs. Like, having a universal income might truly become a thing. Like $1,000 a week, 52 grand a year, because there are no more jobs unless AI can't do it.
I think it has to be, and that's a bigger rabbit hole. Like you brought up right now, that's a great point. Is like, I was looking at, like, I've never like been into like remote jobs or anything else, but I was looking like, there's those customer service jobs you can do at home, and types of stuff like that.
There you go. Look at Kev. He hires one.
See? And those customer service jobs, where you can do at home and stuff like that. I was looking into those.
Wow. And
it's like, well, AI is obviously going to take over all those jobs. Period. There's just no way around it.
I mean, you go to any fast food company now, you're just walking up to a menu and doing it yourself.
Warehouse jobs. I was looking online. You can now all the forklifts. A lot of these new forklifts, it's like your old Roomba vacuum. It maps out the land. It does everything, and it can drive itself around the warehouse. No problem. I mean, it's actually rather scary. But when you bring up the universal income, like, I don't. With inflation and how inflation's gone over the last 50 years, it's the housing market is just the one that was crazy was the housing market one. I think I seen.
Yeah,
it costs like $5,000 or something. You can make like, I'll see if I can pull it up real quick, but the numbers were absurd compared to what you have to make now. I mean, in San Francisco, you're at poverty level. I live I live 40 minutes from San Francisco. You are legally considered poverty in San Francisco if you make sub $120,000.
That's crazy.
Sub $120,000. That's wild.
Yeah, I was like Jay said. I've even thought about. I mean, my oldest is 8. I've thought about when she starts getting 13, 14, 15, like thinking about telling her to do a trade, like plumbing, electrical. I mean, especially electrical. Some of these electricians make buku money, and I don't think that's something that at least that's one of the last things that AI is going to take care of.
I'm gonna fight you on that. I disagree. Look at construction now. Construction, you're 3D printing houses. You're 3D printing houses. I don't see an
structure.
That's a structure, but again, it can 3D print the house to the point where every hole is already cut out. It's already been mapped. So it would take one person to wire an entire house in an afternoon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The problem is I don't see the end of military. Bro, when are we going to be these Terminator 2s?
Yeah. I mean, AI's already taken over my job. Like, we have iPad programs now that if I do like a balance test with a patient, like the iPad will record them and mark all their appendages. And in 2 months, when I do the same balance tests, like it can quantify how better or worse they're getting. Where my naked eye might miss something, this iPad can quantify their balance and see if it's getting better. I'm already using AI. I record every treatment session and it listens to me talk and do things with the patient. It does my documentation for me so that I'm less likely to get denied by Medicare or insurance or whatever. Like, it's kind of already integrating itself into my job when I thought my job was safe. So.
And it's driving down the cost of other things, because back in the day, to build a website, you had to have some native ability and some know-how. I was watching this thing about how to make side money, and I forget what's his name. Is it Tommy? It's not Tommy V. What's the motivational guy's name?
Gary V.
Gary V.
Yeah.
He's like, look, all you got to do now is go to a company that doesn't have a website. Take all their Google information.
Oh yeah.
Plug it into ChatGPT, make them a website.
Yeah.
Before that's a $5,000 gig.
I see it all over Twitter now.
So I mean,
Gary V also spent tons of money on NFTs. So there's Gary V for you.
But it's just a scary notion of like, even in like this 3D printing like houses and stuff. Like, I watched a video the other day. I didn't know Walmart was 3D printing Walmarts.
Even 3D printing is like kind of this intelligence spectrum that like it still boggles my mind. So,
dude, my goal is to buy. If I can start my own style of business, my goal would be to 3D print, figures, characters, superheroes, cartoon characters. Rent them out like how people rent out like jump houses and stuff like that. Rent them out as party decoration. Do that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can buy a 3D printer the size of my bed if I had the cash right now for $5,000. And that's crazy. One print. That's one print. Wild. And it's like,
I mean, I think I told this story before, but I had a patient one time who drove a Roadrunner, like a 68, 69 Roadrunner. And he 3D printed like the Looney Tunes Roadrunner, the cartoon character, life size. And then he printed, it wasn't life, it was this big, model of his engine for his car. And the Roadrunner had a serving platter like this, and he would set it up next to his car at car shows and put his engine on it. And so it would like show his engine and his Roadrunner next to his Roadrunner car. It's kind of the same thing. Like you could just print anything and, you know, people might rent it.
I've got so many files and so many. I mean, I have files for life-size Ninja Turtles, life-size Johnny Fives, life-size Scooby-Doos, Marva the Martians, Mickey Mouses, Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, you name it. I've got like, I just sit there. I have a file that I just collect life-size files.
Dude, I've seen a killer one not too long ago. It was a manhole, like a port in the street.
Ninja Turtles.
Lifted up like this much, and you can see the Ninja Turtles under the port. You just set it on the floor, and it looks like that's so sick.
I got it. You know,
Yeah.
and that thing is like, because my nephew's wife has a business where she makes like the balloon decors and like the hey, you graduated, and the big signs that happy graduation,
like
and
the arches
like,
or whatever.
Yeah, so my thing is just piggyback off of something like that and be like, hey, if you need figures or if you need cutouts, if you need anything like that, just let me know and have them on deck, just ready to rent. You know, or if you want them, the new ones right now that are so cool that like I don't know if you've seen yet, the 3D printed. They're called wall breakers. So like it's like a life-size Hulk. Like the wall in front of me is probably 7 foot long, 8 foot long. It's a life-size Hulk that's only half of him, but he's breaking through the wall.
That's sick. Yeah.
Like, just there's so many possibilities, but it's just like it comes down to money for a lot of us.
Fathead 2.0.
The
big thing with me is like that relates to me is like the stock trading thing. Because you know I do therapy full time, but I still stock trade in the mornings, and you can just program it to watch certain things, or I could be working and it be making trades for me because I set up these prompts or these actions for it to do. And I mean, it can sit there and make money for you, and you don't even have to look at the chart. So
that's so wild.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do that myself. I couldn't even start AI if I wanted to. I'm such a boomer, but it's so cool to think about. So,
and that's the scary conundrum. Like you said, who's going to regulate this?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't the military. You know, you don't want the government to be regulated. You don't want even down to. Have you seen? I don't know if you've seen the thing about those cameras. I forget what they're called. There's these new cameras that have popped up. This company is putting cameras out in cities where there's surveillance cameras. And God, I wish I knew the name of them. Hold on, let me see if I can find the name of them.
While you're looking for it, another thing is like some people who are, you know, kind of into investing into stock stuff, like look up some of these companies that are headlining all this. It could be a great investment opportunity. Like people probably laughed at Microsoft and Google and Starbucks and all these companies when they first started, like, oh, coffee or Amazon, all you do is sell books. And now look, right? Look into some of these like energy solar companies, or look into some of these AI companies that are like leading the way, and maybe it's like an early investment. If you lose $100 because the company flops, so what? But it could 20 years from now, you could be living off of it. So something to think about.
Flock cameras. That's what they're called. They're called flock cameras. So there's a big controversy going over them because it's mass surveillance. They're AI powered. They'll do the whole tags and of your car and your faces, and so people have been vandalizing and climbing up on poles and stealing these cameras and taking these cameras down, which is hilarious. I think it's funny. Like I'm not one of those mass surveillance kind of guys. Mm-mm. And somebody gets online and they're like, "Did you know one flock camera has 2 grams of gold and 2 pounds of copper inside of it?"
Huh. No wonder they're stealing them. It's a new catalytic converter.
But then this new legal guy gets up there. He's like, he doesn't agree with flock cameras. He's like, you know what you can do if you don't like a flock camera? He's like, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just giving you some advice. Go to Amazon. Buy yourself one of those cheap green lasers. Little pencil lasers. Point it at the camera. Camera don't like those green lasers. But what was that? That's the movie I was thinking of. Eagle Eye. Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
So the premise of the movie is he has a twin brother. Twin brother works in the military. They work in an artificial intelligence like thing. And he figures out the artificial intelligence thing is called Ari. He figures out that it's gone rogue because it's smarter than the human. So he tries to stop it, but then the AI intelligence ends up getting him killed. Changes some streetlight cameras as he's driving home, gets him killed. But before he got killed, he put some kind of security code in to the thing to stop it from being able to accomplish what it wanted to accomplish. But the AI figured out, hey, well, he's got a twin brother. I'm going to sabotage the twin brother and get the twin brother down here to take off this code. That's like, it was either a retina code or something like that. And so it does. It starts like, it puts like $1 billion into his account. It sends military weapons to his apartment. It's just getting this, and then the phone would dial, and he'd be like, "Hello," and they'd be like, "Jump right now," and he'd have to jump on a bus, and then it'd be like, "Duck," and he'd duck, and a crane would come flying. Do crazy ass movie, but it's like,
crazy. I mean, even thinking about it, like Dark Knight, where they were tracking the phones to find Joker, or was it Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight? But when he's down his lair and they're like tracking the phones to try to find people, like even that kind of AI, like that's why when you say the government regulating it, you're like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Because it's how much you can trust the government. I mean, anyways. I mean,
they're already listening to us right now, so.
My FBI agent knows me well, so we're on a good rapport. He knows them all talk.
I can't wait to get on Facebook later, and I have all these ads for flock cameras now. So
right,
or green lasers. I don't have a cat, so I don't need a green laser.
Chat GTP telling me I need to upgrade to the 2.0.
Yep.
But no, I mean that was just thinking about from dating down to your daily life to your pocketbook. I mean, AI is it's creeping in everywhere.
Man, we need to add some AI filters and make us just look good for this show.
I literally just did that for the show. Right now, I just did that. So I took my profile picture. And all I had to do was I told it, hey, AI, make me more handsome. So this is profile picture.
Okay.
This is AI profile picture.
Hey.
Right? I'm like, that's absurd. That's just absurd. You got attractive without having to do anything. That's just not right.
Man.
You know, with that, you know, that's a good talk on the AI stuff, but there's something.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We could just go down a rabbit hole forever and ever with everything it relates to. So that was a pretty solid, synopsis of our thoughts on the whole thing.
If you want to watch the craziest AI movie, though, watch Eagle Eye. That is what I think is going to end up happening at some point.
And then we just turn into Idiocracy.
Are we already there?
close. I do love nacho cheese.
But with that, Steve, there's something you do well.
I do a lot of things well, but one of the things that relates to this show, you are watching the broadcast on the Dab Network.
No matter the distance, the difference, or the issue, once a brother, always a brother.
That's right. You're watching the Dab Network. The guys from the broadcast here to make your night wild. Don't forget to check out, also on the Dab Network, Spinning the Globe podcast every Thursday night, 8 p.m. over on the Wide World of Elks YouTube page, Spinning the Globe, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Also check out on the Dab Network, the Double Dropkick podcast. Coming in hard, coming in fast, coming in like you like it. Double Dropkick podcast every other Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, rolling in to your internet. Don't forget to check out C4 Authentic Belts, the only ones partnering with Crumb Rind. They are the ones that only have the authorization to use the Crumb Rind name, not only have the Crumb Rind parts on their belt. Check it out today on Facebook or head on over to c4authenticbelts.com. C4 Authentic Belts, taking you back to like it's 1986. Now back to the broadcast with Stone Cold and Big Easy.
Man, shout out Kev in the background.
Right?
Thanks to everybody watching, too.
Hey, I'm just blown away by Kevin's. It's more 90s, but more 90s DJ voice, but it's close enough.
It's got a face for radio.
Dude, we all got a face for radio, brother.
Yeah.
But you know that having a face for radio doesn't mean you don't have to have a man cave.
That's right.
You know, and my man cave's. I'm not even joking when I say my man cave's in flux. Look, I showed it to you guys the other day. Kev, you're gonna be sad. I'm literally just pulling things apart. My Iron Man, my Wolverine mask.
Dang.
I gotta fix it. I was moving a shelf, and it fell off the shelf, and yes. But you know, I mean, we all dream to have the man cave.
Yeah, I mean, especially with us three, like me, you, and Kev, we're just surrounded by women. So the man cave is essential. It is essential.
And since we're talking essentials, I mean, what is your essentials? Like, what's your musts? Your must-haves?
I feel like in a man cave, you got to have a big TV. It's like a must. I know it's not part of the list that of things that I showed Kev that were essential to my personal man cave, but then again, I'm also looking to upgrade the TV down here, which is why I didn't send it to him. But yeah, I feel like that's the number one priority in a man cave is the TV, because that's where you come to escape, watch the game, watch wrestling, watch whatever you're going to watch. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's an essential man cave item is one is lighting, like mood lighting, kind of like you got going on, but two is like it's a massive TV.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more with the TV. Like, I wish I used it more because, like,
especially with the cord hanging out of the TV, you guys got to be hanging.
I leave that there for Kev. I was gonna get a shelf, but then stuff happened, and now I'm just like, do I have a home? So I'm waiting. But TV to me is like a massive thing.
Yeah.
I obviously got my TV. Hard to see, but I got my wall. I got my comic because I'm a big comic book guy. I love Marvel. I love DC or Marvel, Deadpool, Wolverine, Avengers, Spider-Man. I love them all. Freddy Krueger. I think I got Nightmare on Elm Street over there.
Oh, nice.
I got my autograph Warrior comics over there. I got a pistol on the wall over there. You just leave a pistol above your head. That just happens. Because safety first. I mean, it's just one of those things. But so you have all these things like that, and it's like for me, like when I got divorced, I'm like, well, I don't even really want a fucking bed. And I started seeing these things on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, that looks so comfortable. So it's called a boneless sofa bed.
I feel like I've heard of this. Yeah.
So it's this giant hunk of foam that's about 80 inches by 80 inches. That's about that thick. It's thick. And then has another thing where it has armrest built into it and a neck rest. Dude, come in a little box.
Oh, and it
Open
puffs
it up.
out. Yeah. Yeah, Richard, I have so much organization to do down here. I totally get it, man. It's never ending.
And so I got my stuff, and then the other things I want to add is arcades. I want to get a couple of 1-up arcades.
Yeah, that's on the wish list. Yeah.
A couple 1-up arcades. I got like in front of my, you can't see in front of my desk, but I have like 2 shelves that have like my Infinity Gauntlet, the giant hand.
Yeah.
Voltrons and Iron Man masks and Star-Lord masks and Batman cereals and Hulk and Zeus things. I got more Iron Man masks, Deadpool masks. I love masks. I like doing masks. Oh yeah. So those are kind of my essentials. Like I said, lighting.
This picture was sent in by Richard Ward.
Oh, what we got, Richard?
Oh, wow. We
See,
only see
he's
some of
doing
this
it
on
right.
Thursday night. Quite
There's
the
so much.
collection ensemble, man. It looks
That's just
good.
so much stuff, bro.
It's so organized, though. Like, just super organized and clean. I like it.
Nah, good on you, Richard. That's awesome, brother.
Like that Connor poster down there, that is so sick, dude. I would love that Conor McGregor poster.
I need to get some Diaz, some memorabilia up in the walls.
I have so much, and it's just not framed. Like, it's going to cost so much to start buying frames. I'm one of those people that, like, will get an autograph or buy an autograph, but then I never buy a frame for it.
See, with the Diaz's, I like them. They're so cool because, like, I can go to Dick's Sporting Goods in Stockton. I've ran into those guys like a few times. They just walk around Dick's Sporting Goods buying shit. There's normals can be guys like you just don't. And their boxing gym, the Richard Perez boxing gym, is here local. So you see those guys leaving the gym, coming into the gym, everything. I mean, I probably see them 5 times a week.
Dude, that's awesome.
So
Hey, send you something to have signed then.
I like to get the UFC V3 sign.
Need a V3 first, yeah.
That's the problem. But so obviously lighting, and then curtains wise, because you're in a basement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not a shelter, so I'm in the second floor of our apartment building. So I got these because it's a blackout curtain.
Mm-hmm.
And you hit a little button, and the curtain drops down, and just makes your room real dark.
Auto ones, that's sick.
IKEA, brother. I don't know if you guys got an IKEA over there.
We do, yep.
Yep, that IKEA is the way to go. But those are kind of my essentials. I'd like to get, like I said, I'd like to have a little more gaming involved in my man cave. and then figure out a little better display for my action figures.
Yep.
Because I'm that guy that my action figures breathe. If I get an action figure, it's open.
Crack it open. Yep. I don't have anything sealed, so
I don't have the restraint.
All right. Well, I sent Kev some pics. I don't really have like a particular order of like this is number one, but I just an essential for me in my man cave is Golf Simulator. I don't spend as much time as I'd like to down there, but that is I need to. I got a couple tournaments coming up, so I will be down there more. But my essential number one, I would say the most excited thing that I was wanting to have once I got a house in the basement was my golf simulator. So
that's dope.
Yeah, and eventually, you know, it can. I got a couch down there right behind it too, so eventually that can like transition, you know, with the projector. That can be like movie theater kind of stuff too for the kids. So.
Dang. I thought you were saying that could be a transition for me for a place to live.
Hey, come down here, man.
Live behind the golf simulator, brother.
Yeah. And so that's with the lights on, and then I sent another picture. I don't know if he has it. Like when you turn the lights off, it's got some background lighting, but I don't know, man. I love going down there. I don't do it as much, but it's pretty fun. So that would be. I would say that would be number one essential in my man cave. So, number two, part of the show, the DDK bar.
I like it.
Is a whiskey collection. Oh, yeah. Got a little belt up there too, but I enjoy whiskey. Don't drink a lot. This will last me until the end of my life because how can you drink that much? But it's something I'm passionate about. And friends enjoy it when they come over, and there's plenty to choose from. So, the whiskey collection is kind of cool. And if anybody watching has any questions or comments about anything, feel free to hop in too. I don't need to just talk about myself. What else we got? Oh, we're hopping into some cool stuff. So. This is my WrestleMania 6 collection. It's right. So on the one side you got the program from WrestleMania 6, and then I got the logo plate ideas from Conrad and Dave when they were selling Conrad and Dan when they were selling the ones for $15,000. I thought, what in the world? I'll just have a maker make me some, and I found the frame. It was like for like running a 5K. You could like put your vest in there and then like your badges or whatever for your 5K. Thought it was perfect. And then we got the Warrior autograph in the middle. And then on the left are like trading cards from like WWF had some trading cards. And then there's 4 passes for if you like backstage passes for when you went to the event, all access passes or whatever. So it's pretty cool. WrestleMania 6 collection. Thanks, man. Thanks, Richard. Yeah, I've got to get it all organized on the walls like you had, man.
Yeah, that's so clean right there, dude.
And, you know, there's the other hat. There's another part of it. So I had the Bears growing up. Luckily, I still have them. And so just the belts to go with them, man. So the IC's Classic Shields. The other's an Altair. I'm like you, man. I'm a WrestleMania 6 mark. So I guess if I'm going to have a man cave and it's going to involve anything wrestling, it's kind of got to start with WrestleMania 6. So.
How can you not?
Yeah. And those just hang out on the couch. The kids play with the Bears. So.
I got the same underwear.
Yeah. I put them on backwards. Because if you put them on right, how it came on the bear, you can't tell it's an Ultimate Warrior bear. Because it obviously came with like a paper mask and like tassels. and those have been lost for a number of years. So.
I was actually looking at that bear on eBay like 2 days ago.
Okay.
And he's expensive.
The Hogans are cheap. Like the Hogan one goes for pretty cheap. But yeah, like the Warrior Bear, you can find it just like I have it for probably pretty cheap because they have the accessories, but I don't know. I haven't looked in a while. So
the one they have on there is the best one, which I would buy. He has the tassels included.
Okay. And mine doesn't have the shoes either. If it has the white socks.
Yeah. Tassels, shoes.
Yeah, that's wild. That's so sick. I wish I had that mask. Oh, yeah! I mean, the boots are awesome too, but I don't have them either.
260 ships.
That's a lot for a bear. But that's paper mask I wish somebody would make like a paper reproduction of the mask so I could get it. I'd be okay without the tassels and the socks, but
they do on Etsy.
Oh, then I'm gonna look, yeah. And like even my Hulk bear, he's only got one. Like I don't know where this one is. He's only got one boot, so I have no idea where it is. But little Hulker.
See, but that's memories and mileage, though, man. That just makes it better.
Yeah, I'm just pumped. I still had him from my childhood.
My Warrior wrestling buddy, I scored at local a couple years ago. Man, this thing was in just immaculate shape, just phenomenal shape. No nicks on it, no tears, no names on it, and I got it for like $60.
Yeah, I mean, I had mine as a kid. It's all ripped up. My Hogan, I painted NWO in red paint as a kid on his shirt or whatever. Like, they're all trash, but you know it's cool because I kept them this long. So
that's awesome.
Next, obviously, I'm a Notre Dame guy, so got to have the jerseys. I do have some Colts stuff down here, but mostly just being a Damer, being an Irish, that is super essential to my personal man cave. I would probably choose the Notre Dame stuff right next to the simulator. Like, simulator's kind of out of reach for a lot of people. And so if I had to choose a number one, I would go with my Notre Dame stuff. So, and I've got a lot more. Just kind of took a picture of the jerseys that are always behind me. So.
Oh yeah! No, that's definitely so sick.
Yeah, and then there wasn't like a close up of it, but even the football is like it's a Marcus Freeman personalized like to the Wilson family. So even it's pretty special to me. So
it's awesome.
Yep, and it's a Wilson football, but yeah, just cool. Even the small stuff is cool to have down here. So. All right, I think this is number 5. Stone Cold had to have some Stone Cold stuff, and so that's a classic Shields. We all know about the backing. I've talked about it 100 times. I've had that figure since I was, I don't know, whenever it came out, 12, 13, 14. And then my buddy Matthew Bulk, who famously designed the Stone Cold belt, actually gifted me that autograph of Vince and Stone Cold. I don't remember how long ago that was, 15 years ago maybe? Could have been even longer than that. So that's a pretty cool gift from that's from the one and only Matthew Bulk, that magazine. So just cool to have an Austin and a Vince autograph. So I guess those would be my personal essentials of my man cave right now.
Yeah, see, that's dope. That's I could and begin and end at the simulator. Like, that's just
it's fun, man. I can't wait to get a better like projector, and once again, like I said, like transition to like maybe having movie nights down here and stuff for like a theater, because the screen's The screen's 7 foot by 10 foot. So, yeah, if like I'm obviously, it's going to cost a lot of money to get like a 4K projector, but even like a 1080 for the moment until that happens, like it would be pretty sweet. So,
Yeah. I mean, but that's still, I mean, it's just, again, California basements are very rare.
yeah.
Like, that was always one of my dreams, is to have a house with a basement, because, again,
Well, it
that's
can happen
gotta be
to
the
any
man cave.
house, because you could just have a house and all of a sudden you got a sinkhole. So there's your basement.
You ain't lying, brother.
Yeah.
Especially with all these earthquakes we've been having lately. Like,
Man. Yeah,
I'm
man.
waiting for the big one.
I feel like we could go hours if we let our producer hop in and show stuff. Like, I feel like he should hop in and show a few things, because he's got a heck of
or
a
at
man
least
cave, dude, so.
at least hop in and tell us what's something that he has that we don't have, or we missed, or anything, because
Seeing
all
all
the
the stuff
valued
he
asset here
had,
on the broadcast,
seeing all the stuff he has, I would hate to know what's on his wish list.
right?
Well,
There he is.
well. I can show you some things from mine. I took a couple pictures. I didn't want to put in a whole bunch of stuff, but I got some good stuff. But before that, I think a man cave, you got to have things that you're involved. It's got to have your favorite sports team stuff. It's got to have that. It's got to have great lighting, whether you use products from Rode or LifeX. There's many of them out there. I use those two and others. And I think you have to have lights on your stuff. I think your man caves also has to have things from your childhood, from your trophies, if you had any things like that. Like mine has my conference championship ring from University of Pittsburgh, and it's got my school awards and conference champions awards and things like that. I think it has to have framed pictures of what the guy is into. You're not making it like a bar. You're making it into things that you like what you said. You're going to go down to a Notre Dame and see Notre Dame stuff. You're going to come into mine and see Miami Dolphins. You're going to see the Duke Blue Devils, and you're going to see the Carolina Hurricanes and the University of Pittsburgh, that type of stuff. So depending on your space, like my thing for the didn't have room in this room for the big golf simulator thing. That's a barn thing that's set up a barn. But for me, I think that is essential is an awesome PC down in your game room. I think a gaming PC, just a strong powerhouse of a PC, a desk and monitors to where you have all that stuff ready to go, and that's my PC there. Got it loaded all up with the GeForce 5070. It's can do anything I want, and I love it. And then you got to do the setup, and when you set it up, the 3-screen setup that I had at the time, you got to do lighting with it, and then you're doing a podcast. You have to have all your stuff down in the man cave and things and pictures. You can see pictures of the wall, like the Star Wars blueprints that are up there. Those Star Wars things up there are the ones that were made by Rydell, the actual Rydell football helmet maker. Yeah, they made Star Wars, and they are made from football quality helmet stuff. I mean, they're real heavy, they're real intricate insides. They some of the pieces come apart, they move. And they come with a blueprint too that's above them, and they're hard to find and they're expensive. But Rydell made those, and you can find them on eBay. But then I changed it up a little bit on that one, and right now I just have the one screen the big long screen. The Samsung OLED curved screen. And then the other curved screen is in the process of going above that right now. But I think that's what you need for there. And then off to the side is a teleprompter, so that you're looking right into the camera instead of any of that. Also in my man cave that I hold a lot. Another thing is I like display cases, and I use this is another sunglass display case from one of my buddy's stores, and it rolls around, and it's metal and wood. It's got the lighting already installed. Doesn't have a light here on it, but I keep some memorabilia in it, some cool stuff in it there. But mainly, it is the lightsabers that you see there. And I like the lightsabers from, I don't know if people know that, sabers out there can get up to $5,000 and $6,000. And none of these are Disney or Walmart lightsabers. These are Genesis custom sabers, Vader's Vault.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Kev. I seen a documentary about lightsabers, and I had no idea. So when they were doing Star Wars, and they were putting the lightsabers together, they took one of them. The main parts of the lightsaber is a camera.
Yeah. The one that's right there on the left hand side, it was originally a camera light, and it's broken down. The parts are broken down into it, and a lot of it was an actual camera part, and
which makes it super harder and more rare to come across because those camera lights were so few and far between. Those people buy those just for that. I mean, that's just amazing.
People they make reproductions of that, but a lot of people wanted how the Star Wars did it, and you got to get the actual camera piece there. We'll go to this piece here, and I'll show you. Nope, I can't show you there. Here we go. We'll do this. Put the lights on. This is the one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It is made out of, this was a round tube up here, and it was the camera flash for it. And it's made out of, this is all a camera part. And that was the piece that held in the back, that held the top, but it was made out of that camera part. And I forget with my head stuff, it was all made out of it. And this is that actual thing. This has no electronics in it or this, that, and the other because it's the actual thing. But what they did do was then people now go and find them old ones, that old light part that's for a camera, and then they install electronics inside of them, and it's on a little card, and that's what they put them in there in their lightsabers. I can show you, do you want to see what the externals inside of them look like?
Sure.
Or no?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, hold on, let me.
All cool to me.
Let me open.
The display case is cool.
Right?
Yeah. This looks like the front of a storefront. Counter getting ready to ring you out kind of thing. It's awesome.
So this one here is made by Vader Vaults, and it's got smooth swing technology and a whole bunch of other stuff in it. And there's there's chips inside of this, and they're in the pommel here. Down the bottom, and slide out electronics as so, and you see the electronics in there, and there's your card, your memory card with all your fonts and all your sounds and all your like I say, you have a Luke Skywalker font, whatever, and then you have Darth Vader's, and you can go through, and then there's guys out there that make them, and then you can download them onto your programmable piece here. And then you can have sounds that are just from movies. You can have them from you can do Pokemon, you can do whatever kind of sounds or whatever in here, and it's all stored inside that little piece right there that you put out. And this is the battery that goes into there, and then you push it in. And there's your speaker there. And like I say, these run when you're getting into this stuff, and the chips that are put into these, and I can't remember off the top of my head the chip that's in this one. I forget whether it's Profi or I forget the other one. The other one's in this, but these are just handcrafted to a T. And then you load your saber in here and you trash it down. But these go around anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000, depending on what you get it with and what you have in on it and loaded in on it and stuff like that.
It's wild how intricate all that stuff is.
And it's pretty cool. It's very intricate, all the stuff that it has in there.
Yeah,
but those are all my sabers in there. I think there's like 20 of them in there or whatever. But then let's see, somebody had a comment there. I want to see more man cave.
Even if it's not stocked,
there you go.
$2 energy drink, you can stock it right up.
And then the other picture here, just showing another little bit, since I'm not showing everything in here. Let's see. This is showing you right now. I have them shoved in the corner because, like I said, everything's under reconstruction because I was brought in a whole bunch of new stuff and what I want to do it. But there's my two club sets, PXG and Mizuno. The Mizuno's a tour bag I'll use out. I use face protectors on my stuff because it cringes me to go out and buy 3,000 set of irons and these guys let them clank together.
Yeah.
And then you can see all my putters, about 35 putters sitting over there on the line. But I think your golf stuff is sitting out in your man room is it's one of those things you got to have.
Yeah.
I love PXG stuff. And then there's another shelf around here. I only showed 2 shelves on there, but it's got like 4 or 5 shelves just filled with stuff, with collectibles. And I think collectibles in your man cave, little things there's more Star Wars stuff up there. There's more golf stuff. There's cars, NASCARs and stuff on there. Just all kinds of little trinky stuff that are on there. And then another thing that I think people don't realize is having these boards in your room. These are 3D printed. By the way, they're very hot right now for people to put in their man cave. They're leaderboards. Back in the 70s, these were made in packages and they're like on eBay and stuff. Those old ones that had little helmets with the magnets, and the magnets you put the helmet with what position they were in. This one takes it up a notch. This is all 3D printed, and you keep control of. And you sit in your man cave. You keep control of the win-loss record of it. And I got one for the NFL and the NFL schedule. Like this is how it comes out. This is not exactly mine. Mine would have Miami stuff, but you see, this is the one that's being made, and the score is going to be on left and right. But it keeps it up within your man cave. And then you can also have, I have one for the AFC East and football, the wins and losses, and you keep up with it in your room, and it's 3D printed.
That's right.
And that's what's in there. But that's dope, and that's hot right now. People are exploding, getting these things when they're realizing it. And this from a real cool guy. And if anybody wants to know who this guy is or whatever,
hear that, Ethan? Hot, exploding. 3D printed.
Right. This is one of the. It was talked about in a magazine not too long ago in Sports Illustrated, talking about this very man cave things, and people were like, I had the electronic one too. I don't know if you've ever heard of the electronic one. It's in a little box. I think I've talked to you guys about that. The Tidbit. Yep. I have the Tidbit one, and it's all electronically, and it does the same stuff. But this one's cool to sit in your man cave with all the logos and this, that, and the other. But that's what I have in a gist in my room, and I have so many more things on the wall, from helmets and pennants and flags, and then I think I've showed you guys all that stuff of what I have on there. I think I even showed you guys. Do you guys put your national title pennants up and stuff? You ever done that?
I mean, my team has to win a national title here since I've been alive.
You
But
see what I'm talking about up here?
yeah,
There's the Carolina Hurricanes, and then here's all the ones for Duke up here. They go along the wall.
Nice.
And I have the helmet.
I had my Duke jersey on tonight for the show, and then I spilled dinner on it, so I had to change.
But that's what I do, and that's what's in my man cubes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wonderful.
I mean, that's a good rundown of man caves right there, bro. That's some standards right there that some of us all wish to get to.
All the stuff in there.
Right? But I mean, shoot. Makes me wonder what my man cave in my trunk's gonna look like in my car. Joking. I digress. But no, I mean, with that, how's the rest of your week looking out, Steve?
Man, I'll just be working. I believe my wife's boss has a birthday dinner on Saturday, so we'll do that. But other than that, man, we got like 2 weeks left with the kids on summer break, so just making sure they're entertained and liking it. So get outside, get the slip and slide out or the water slide or whatever. Like, yeah, we'll just be focusing on them because we got about 2 weeks left. So
let's say get back to that back to school motions.
I had a patient one time tell me you get your kids for 18 summers, and I feel like this summer just went so fast. So,
but the summers are so short because I was talking to my ex about that. I was like, we went back to school around like Labor Day or whatever in September.
Yeah.
Like my kids she got out the end of May, and she starts back August 5th.
Yeah, mine are like on a Wednesday. I think it's like two weeks from tomorrow. It's insane. So probably about the same time, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking wild. But you know what?
What about you, man? What's on your week?
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. So tomorrow I'm gonna clean the house. Yeah, no, it's good. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up, clean the house, figure out what I'm gonna do, work on some prints, and I don't know what else. But with that, man, I want to thank you guys for being here again this week. I mean,
yeah,
appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys that show up and just have a good time. Appreciate those guys that watch afterwards. I love you. We appreciate you. Until next time, I mean,
like, subscribe, share.
Yes, and be safe and don't do nothing I wouldn't do. The list isn't long.
See you guys.
Peace out, fellas.